So in terms of your background and your family, how your family went about making sure that you as a children or younger generations, in your case, when you were passing down that knowledge, information, all the experiences, stories even, to your children, how within your family you went about it, or how your parents and grandparents made sure that you...
So for me, it's a little bit different because my parents immigrated here when they were young.
Yeah.
Not young. They were like 19, 20 years old.
Okay.
So they left their homeland and they came to start a life here, leaving their families behind. So, one by one, the family started coming. First my parents came, then their siblings came. And the big thing was always being together. I remember as a child, always being together with the family. So be it my cousins, my aunts and uncles. And that's something that, I'll always remember, always talk to my kids about that. And we do the same thing now with my own children. It's very important that on the holidays, we spend it with, their cousins, with brothers and sisters, and just spend that time together. So as they grow, they'll always cherish these memories. And hopefully that they'll continue it on as they each get married and start their own lives.
Oh, so if you gather as a family together, is it do you prepare something special on the food side? Is there anything special that you guys...
It depends what you're getting together for. Right. So if it's a holiday, if it's Christmas or Easter, then there's traditional dishes that we would make. And even if we get together for birthdays and just for a dinner, Italian cuisine is always on the menu, for sure.
Amazing.
For sure.
Amazing. Any special dishes that come to mind, or something that if I asked you, what would you, if I would be completely ignorant to Italian culture and cuisine, what would be the first thing or couple things that you would introduce me to on that side?
Pasta, for sure. Pasta's on the menu all the time, twice a week at home. So it doesn't matter if it's for functions or not. Pasta's on the menu all the time. And then, different meats.
What kind of pasta, sorry?
Always a meat sauce, whether it's bolognese or whether it's different types of meat in the sauce. It's always a meat sauce with either fettuccine, rigatoni, gnocchi, lasagna.
Wow.
Yes. All the time.
That sounds delicious. All the time. Having that kind of cuisine all the time. I would get spoiled.
You'd get spoiled, right?
Because it's phenomenal. It's every dish is amazing, and you just enjoy. I guess there is the big thing to it that because it's together, you eat together, make those the dinners, the suppers, the breakfast, or the gatherings together, and then you add the beautiful food to it.
It's special times.
That's right.
It's great times, for sure.
Makes it more unique in a way, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, because who doesn't want to continue and do it again if the food is phenomenal? You even those gatherings, you just think about that and I want to get that pasta.
Exactly. We're here. It's very multicultural country that we're in, city that we're in. So there's a lot of diversity.
True.
But when it comes to the holidays especially, it's always traditional. It's always traditional. It's always the traditional Italian dishes. So you get to savor them and you get to enjoy them for sure. So
is it... you said at least twice a week you've got the pasta at home.
At home now, at least twice a week.
So what do you mix it with? If on the days when it's not pasta, what's the rest?
So you'll have veal cutlets, you'll have chicken parmesan, you'll have sausages, you'll have all different, again, cultural dishes.
Yeah, wow.
Yes.
there is a lot to it, and yeah,
for sure. Risotto, for sure. You know, it depends on the day. We try to mix it up, but we our menu is more of an Italian menu than anything else at home.
On a note, how you have been raised, were there any specific things that your parents were telling you, like, do this in a specific way, do this that way?
Everything. you can't pick one thing and say, you know, everything in life, they try to direct you into a certain path and trying to follow that path. Whether that's because of it's our heritage or not, I think it's more the fact that they immigrated here at such a young age, and they had to find a way to basically survive and make it here, which they absolutely did. So I think always their advice is to try to keep you on that straight and narrow path, for sure.
I'm trying to figure out if during those gatherings, family gatherings, do you guys do something besides the food? Obviously, food and table, that's center of attention usually, but do you have, like, I don't know, special discussions that you have all the time, or you play some games with the whole family, or like anything?
Listen,
like
conversations around the table are ongoing all the time during dinners and gatherings, for sure. Everybody shares their own stories, what's going on, what's new, things that are going on in the world and in life. Then there's always the card games. You know, you play the traditional Italian card games. You play bingo, which is tombola in Italy. So you still try to carry on with those. Awesome. With those traditions, for sure.
That's amazing. And when you are thinking about your background, first of all, I want to ask, how was my blind guess with this dish?
It was amazing.
Amazing.
It was perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good to hear, because like I'm a little bit familiar with Italian cuisine, but this is not like a specialist or and I'm also willing to try and also go outside and let's try this, let's try that, and just to explore the whole palette.
It was very good. The adding of the truffle truffle is a big thing in the Italian culture, especially in different regions of Italy, especially in the food. It's a very nice addition, nice flavor to the food.
It is. Are there, when you are thinking about your heritage and the background and all which your culture is going around and all the traditions that you've been passed on, are there one to three things that you carry through life with that family values? That was the one and main one that you mentioned. Are there any other ones that stick out?
Sure. Traditional cultural dishes. Again, I mentioned it earlier on. Depending on the regions in Italy that you are from, the food is very different. If you go to the north, you go to the central parts, you go to the south, the way they cook and their meals are very different. So we carried on certain traditional dishes that we still do at home, and we carry on things that I've learned from my parents, things that I've learned from my in-laws, and now my children are older and they do the same thing. They learn from those things and they continue to make those traditional dishes, for sure.
That's phenomenal. Are there any specific things that you embrace in your culture on a regular basis that you are coming back to it? Because as a Canadian being here, we are in such a big pot of different cultures that are constantly mixing and just being stirred around all the time, right? We are exposed to all of them on a daily basis. Are there any things that you put focus on embracing from your own
Listen, like I said, the main things are the family values. That's number one, and that's something that we continue to do. Obviously, our food and our palate in the Italian cuisine is also something that we carry on. But we work hard, and again, maybe it's not a cultural thing from Italy, but something that we learned from my parents coming here at a young age, that you always have to work hard. You always have to make sure you provide for the family, and that's something that we definitely do that, and again, pass it on to the children, and that's key.
This is a repeatable direction with a lot of Italian people with Italian heritage, is that hardworking or food. We are working hard so we can go back home and have that amazing food back. Right?
For sure. But it's important because it's good to pass that on to the younger generation as well.
For sure.
Because they see how my parents worked hard, they see how we work hard, and hopefully they continue that as well.
That's true.
Being in a cultural place that we are here, it's very easy to sway from that.
Yes.
Right. It's very, very easy to sway from that, and as long as you set the foundations right and you carry that forward, be successful.
It is evident for me that the culture is the main thing that all you guys, everyone with Italian background who was taught to cherish the background is really focused on, and it is phenomenal to see that the values are there, and you are proud of it.